Hit me with your rhythm stick. Hit me slowly. Hit me quick. Have you heard his son singing? Ian Jury's son. We love him.
My book I'm reviewing in a couple of weeks is the son's biography.
I'd like to read that. Anyway, good morning. We digress.
Hi.
How are you all? Good morning, Margaret O'Brien, Nicholas S., Fran Evans, Pat 1176, Catherine Hamblin, Someone Somewhere, Jenny Scam, Helen 74, South Africa, Shelley Silver. Good morning.
Margaret O'Brien, Jackie Vellino, Steph Schultz, Ray here, Dawn Claricoats, Nicola S., Orange Jams, Nicola Higgins, Leanette +3.
Dawn, Boyvin, RM Jams, Katie Wilson, Helen Ellie.
Kim Lakides, Jennifer Kando, Jenny Faye, UK Life of Maisie, Linda Evans, Ali Watts, Jenny Marshall.
Nails by Cheryl, Vicky X, Nadia Kauser, Caroline Faulkner.
Anita Amor, Lisa Dilmek, April Hill, Sam JP, Palm 93, Sob Turbo.
Good morning,
Welcome.
everybody. How are you all?
Creatorholic. That's a great
I
name.
love that name. Welcome to the family guest area. Stay to the end, Creatorholic, because we will sing you a welcome song. And I'm telling you now, there'll be nothing quite as fabulous that will happen in your life again as our welcome song.
No, and when we do it, have your phone ready to record it, and then you can use it as a ringtone. No, I promise you, it'll be worth it. When my mum texts me, my ringtone for when my mum texts me is, "I am your father."
I know, it's very funny.
Because I don't have a father, you see.
If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you are new, we'll just tell you a little bit about what goes on here. Hi, Susan Wilson.
Sam JP's got a migraine.
Oh, okay, I'll be a bit quiet.
Yeah. Sorry, Sam.
Through the week, a lot of what we do on Coffee Moaning is the news, but we always have a bit of a chat, a bit of a giggle, a bit of silliness as well to ease us into the news. At the weekend, especially on Sunday, we try and keep it more chatty, light and frothy. So that's why it's quite an odd list of things in the title day. Sunday roast, fry-ups, TV guilty pleasures and crisps.
Prince Andrew.
And a little bit of news with Prince Andrew. But Sundays is much more about hanging out with you guys and just, having a bit of a giggle. A bit of nostalgia. We love nostalgia on a Sunday.
We really do. Are you as nostalgic as me?
No.
You're getting more... Sorry?
No. But I'm trying to be more nostalgic because I think nostalgia is very important for working your memory.
I think nostalgia is a sort of form of personal history. I like it because I think when you're nostalgic, you kind of you rerun stuff. I mean, what's the point of living your life if you don't revisit it?
We were talking about this the other day, and I said, sometimes nostalgia is quite a fine line. Some people that you meet who are nostalgic, and I'm thinking of one particular person, it almost holds her back because she's like, nothing was as good as the past. And I think that can be a negative trip to, but I think nostalgia, I'm trying to be more nostalgic and allow, but I do think as well, that's my ADD, is just like settling on thoughts. It's quite difficult.
Yeah.
So I'm training myself to be more nostalgic.
Yeah. As someone just said there, can we just send our thoughts out to everyone in Afghanistan? I mean, you can't go live today without acknowledging that it's horrendous over there.
And actually, Mark and I are very engaged in it and what's going on there. I was listening to LBC all this morning and listening to some incredibly powerful ex-military people, and there was a fantastic guy on LBC from the Defence Select Committee, and it just, our hearts are broken for the people out there and for people who've had their sons and daughters fight out there. And it just, I was having a chat with my dad today, and we were just saying, wherever you look, there's just so much horror and disaster. My dad, who's listened to radio every day of his life, said, I can't turn it on at the minute because we feel so powerless, don't we? But it's important that we keep acknowledging, because for all those that, imagine being as well here in this country and you've got family and friends.
Oh, well, I was listening to someone on the radio yesterday talking precisely about that. His wife and his daughter are still in Afghanistan, so it's just horrendous. For those of you who don't know, Tracy Golden asked what's happened. The Taliban are sort of reclaiming and taking over all of the country at speed, and they're claiming that they're going to, be fair and not let people who've worked with the outgoing regime of America and the UK. There won't be any sort of recriminatory punishment. But no one in the West is believing that.
And there's a lot of stories coming out of,
I agree, me too. Yeah.
Of of unmarried women being taken off to marry, enforced marriages, and it's just petrifying. Yeah. It's totally petrifying. There was a brilliant line today by this guy from the select committee, I came down to tell you, didn't he? Said, Biden and Boris are saying we need to focus on China and Russia. But he said, Afghanistan is the geographical real estate, listen to that, that's how these people talk, that we need to be able to deal with Russia and China, to just go, oh, Afghanistan and we're out, and finish it and leave those people in the way that we are doing, and not see that that's going to cause such, it's like my dad said, they just don't understand, they don't understand the workings of the minds there, and it's just...
MeToo makes a really good point, and this is what Teddy's been talking about a lot, that what people in the West don't get about sort of, freedom fighters, armies, militia in the Middle East, both working in a sense for the good or not for the good. It depends where you are in the world as to who's good and not good. But like MeTube says, it's amazing that politicians and media are surprised at the pace. They've been waiting or preparing for this for 20 years. Something we don't do in the West is we don't look ahead. We don't think, we haven't with this.
Why do we keep being surprised by things?
Yeah, they've just waited.
You're so right, Matthew. And there was somebody talking the other day and saying that the date was given of when we were withdrawing. It's like, we don't understand patience in the West. That's the other bit, commitment to a cause. And the commitment to the cause is there. And as this guy said today, this guy from the Select Committee said, this is going to make Sudan look like a walk in the park. So it's just,
Janine Amory, we'll sing you a happy birthday towards the end. Absolutely. So, it's not good.
It's not good, and our hearts go out to everybody.
Yeah.
Right, moving on. Last bit of news, and then we're just going to go into fun and chat and silliness. Happy birthday to Penny. Write down Penny, baby, and we will sing happy birthday to you. So, next bit of news is apparently there is a possibility that if Prince Andrew is not served the legal documents
Carla got it.
by December the 7th, the case that Jennifer Giffrey has brought against him could collapse. And we were talking about this over, and we were just filming for the No Name Sunday show, and we were saying, it's this strange thing we don't really understand in this country, being served the papers in your hand. You see it in the movies all the time, don't you? Hi, pizza, you've been served, and then they hand them the... it seems extraordinary that if this is the case, that somebody that may have committed a heinous crime, if they just simply don't put their hand out and take the papers, that there's a possibility the case could collapse. Don't you think that seems bonkers?
Well, there's also the case that's been brought against Prince Andrew is utilising a new New York law, which means that the statute of limitations is not applicable because it's actually a child sex offence.
Because there's quite a narrow amount of time before, wasn't there, that you were allowed?
Well, that's what Harvey...
More than 10 years or something, was it?
I don't know if anyone's seen. On the quiet, Harvey Weinstein's counsel have managed to throw out 2 of the LA accusations of impropriety and sexual assault because of the statute of limitations. So, he
simply the amount of
in
time.
the background, Weinstein is slowly chipping away at the various kind of
oh God, if he
cases
gets
against
out,
him.
he just...
Well, there you go.
He even survived COVID in prison.
I know. So shall we get on to stuff that's a little bit light-hearted? Say yes if you'd like us to move on to something a little bit more light-hearted that makes us feel like we can actually tackle the day rather than be overwhelmed by the day, as has been the case for most of this week.
Say yes. Say yes. 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 Yes.
Yes, please.
Everyone's saying yes.
Yes,
okay.
let's get on with it.
Well, actually, this is quite bad news.
What is it, babe?
There's a crisp shortage.
So there's not going to be Christmas.
Apparently Christmas.
There's
a crisp shortage. But actually it's kind of bad news because we'd have to talk about Brexit.
Oh, God.
So maybe let's not talk about crisps.
No, I want to talk about
All
crisps.
roads lead to bad news.
Sally O'Sullivan says that's a good thing.
Yeah, actually, great. Very clever, Sally O'Sullivan. You've turned this frown upside down and we're now smiling. Because crisps are my weakness. I find it very difficult to say no to crisps, don't you?
When I was 15, my mum used to get crisps from, because her girlfriend's family ran a newsagents, and so they had a card that meant you could go to the cash and carry. And so my mum would get boxes. They were never the brand you wanted. They were never, none of the brands you wanted. They were a terrible off-kilter brand that you'd never heard of, but they were very cheesy. And she used to put the box on top of a cupboard in the kitchen. I'm not lying, there's about 50 packets, so about 40 packets in a box. I'd eat them all in a week.
Yeah, there we go.
The amount of salt
Do you
I
know
must have
what?
taken
I
off.
miss getting crisps out of a box. Do you remember there'd be a whole cart like that in the end?
Yeah.
I miss that. They're all like out in proper little things now, aren't they?
Who can live without crisps? Yes or no?
No.
Say yes or no. Who can live without crisps? They're my favourite go-to choice above chocolate.
That's very true, Chloe Reid. There aren't hardly any discos anywhere. But you know what I say about discos? Though I like them, does anyone agree with this?
Vast majority.
They did
saying
have a
yes.
sale stale flavour to them.
What?
I know it could be controversial, and I know this could get people very angry, but I think discos always had a slight stale
Discos?
flavour to
Oh,
them.
those little round, they the little round ones. I used to quite like those.
Yeah, I quite liked them, but they did have a slight stale flavour. It was part of their...
I tell you what, there's nothing nicer than a stale what's it.
Oh, there's loads of things nicer than a stale what's it. Almost anything.
No, I really like a stale what's it. It's like eating polystyrene.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I like that.
No to discos. Golden Wonder were my favourites, says Jennifer Cantor. We don't have them anymore. You said there was no such thing as extinct crisps, and I'm already there.
Well, I
Golden
don't.
Wonder, discos. Is there any other crisp you can think of that's extinct?
Well, there are some that have been relaunched, aren't there? Like Frazzles.
That's not the same.
Frazzles aren't the same.
Relaunched.
Frazzles
is not
and
the same.
Ringos have this strange, smooth sheen to their outer exterior, which
Stale paper, somebody said there about
squares, barbecue rib walkers. Oh my God, Tudor crisps. Paul
discos. What
Heinemann.
were they?
What were they? What were Tudor crisps? P. Canner says it's easy to make your own crisps. Why don't you make crisps?
Because we'd eat them.
Well, let's make some crisps. I want to know how to make crisps.
So it's easy. You just finely slice them, and then you fry them in deep fat.
Okay, did anyone used to do this?
It's not a skill.
We used to have a play centre at school, which is where I went because my mum couldn't pick me up until 6. So school would finish, you'd go to play centre, you'd sit at tables, you get a little cup of orange squash. I'll never forget the smell of the plastic cup and the taste of
Yeah,
the
me
orange
too.
squash.
Oh, the smell
The
of that
smell of the
plastic cup. I still hate drinking out of
And you
plastic.
would go up, and for an extra 4p, you could have 2 packets of crisps. And I'd always go for the prawn cocktail, and they'd have 2 boxes, one choice and the other choice, and you'd go up and you'd take your choice. And then we'd get them back to the table, and we'd do that.
Yeah, we do that.
We'd put them under the
then go like
chair,
that.
we'd sit on them, and then we'd drink the crisps. Did anyone else do that?
I did that almost every time.
Did you?
Oh no, you've just flown
Oh,
up.
sorry.
And there was something about prawn cocktail Watsits, which I never knew were there in the first
I've
place.
never
Apparently
heard of
they're now
that.
extinct.
Prawn
It's all right.
cocktail,
It's gone.
what's it?
The moment's gone.
A limited edition packet of Golden Wonder. Yes, please.
Me Too got a hand on a limited edition of Golden Wonder.
Oh, excuse me, Tube. Dazzaboy, hi Dazzaboy, says salt and shake. I didn't mind those because there was something nice about having control of your salt.
Yeah, but they didn't stick
Well, they didn't stick on the crisp, so
just
they
get
all
the
went to
salt
the
at the
bottom.
bottom.
And there
Doesn't
wasn't a
work.
lot.
Doesn't work.
There wasn't a lot.
They were made for people that didn't want their kids to have any salt.
Who just mentioned hedgehog flavour? I remember that. Hedgehog crisps, Jenny Marshall. Do you
Did they
remember?
taste beefy? No,
Yeah,
I
they
don't
did.
know.
They tasted it's exactly what they tasted. Creatorholics, skips that were prawn cocktail flavour. I used to love skips.
Stale. Taste stale.
Put them on your tongue
Not
and
enough
let
salt.
them dissolve.
Not enough salt, not enough sugar.
Oh no, but you've got that prawny warny loveliness.
Prawny warny loveliness.
Scampi fry, is a scampi fry a crisp or a
Can we
snack?
please stop talking about crisps because I want them so badly.
you
now.
suggested
I
it.
can't do it anymore.
I want to keep doing it.
No,
I wanna,
please don't.
I want to double down on
I
it.
thought we could go to TV guilty pleasures.
No, I want to talk more crisps.
TV guilty pleasures. What is the thing that you watch?
Oh, hang
that
on,
you
hang on,
might-
Dixon Summit. Did you ever heat up the empty crisp packet on
Yes.
a Bunsen burner? We used to put them
We
in
used
the
to put
oven.
them under the grill and shrink
make
them,
a
and then we put badge. We should do that. Do you think they'd still do it with the crisps?
Was it-
Oh, if we did it now and posted it, we'd be vilified.
Yeah, health and
Say
safety.
Houses have been burnt down.
Health and
Children
safety.
have been burnt.
Yeah.
There's no fun in anything.
What's
Every
wrong
single
with it
thing we
all?
do, we have to check 5 million times.
What's wrong with everyone? So yeah, TV guilty pleasures.
TV guilty pleasures. What are the shows that you watched?
So
that
these are
if
shows
the
that are
door
embarrassing.
went,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
would turn it off and put Newsnight on instead. Now, I used to have to do this with a lot of the shows because Mark was very snooty about some of the shows I watched. He has now crossed over into the dark side, and he's darker than I ever was.
Marriage is about give and take.
Tell them how dark you are now with
Dark?
your guilty pleasure TV.
I can't cope with the fact that they're only dropping one episode of Below Deck Mediterranean a week. It's infuriating.
Who's watching it?
So I've gone back to Below Deck, the original series. You're right, we're keeping
sorry.
you up, darling. Below Deck.
Why do you have to be
Below
so
Deck.
rude? Why do you have to highlight the fact?
Because
oh my
it's
God,
such
I'm
a
just
normal show.
over at my
Everyone's yawning
dad's.
at-
I'm just over at my dad's, and he said, the other day, Nadia, I was in the garden with the decorator, and Mark screamed a terrible, oh no! Because I think maybe you should close the door. Maybe.
What did I say?
I went, oh God, it will be on Coffee Moaning or something. And he went, but you could see he didn't believe me. I went, honestly, we shout all the time.
Honestly, he thinks I've shouted at you.
No, I said, oh, he goes, is he okay? I said, no, he's fine.
Oh, he
he's
thinks
fine.
I've injured myself.
Because it was like, oh, no. He said, I said, maybe it was me. He goes, no, it was a terrible scream.
I haven't shouted no this week. That's bizarre.
How can you possibly know if you've shouted, oh, no?
Because I don't shout, I haven't shouted.
You're purposely trying to talk quietly. You were probably going,
What gets
oh no, there's no Below Deck this week.
No, but what gets me about this is that you can be heard right down the end of the garden
No,
when
Mum
you're
said-
whispering. You do
Mum
loud whispering.
said everybody in the neighbourhood can hear everything.
Nadia
I
does
said, but 9 times out of 10, it's just us on a line.
boring shit. Nadia does loud whispering. She thinks she's whispering, and then everyone in the house goes, why were you whispering? Because we think it's always about us.
That is a very
Guilty
good topic.
pleasure.
Faith Goodman, thank you
Oh.
for reminding me of that, because when we were doing that on the show on Friday, I said to myself, we must do this on Coffee Moaning, so we'll do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Remember this, air drying, what Faith Goodman's just said.
Okay, can we just, can I just say thanks to Mandy Wilson, who confirmed that Whitby is the location for Bram Stoker's Dracula. Palm 93 is very keen to get this point across. Below Deck is full of bullies. I don't know if it is. I just think it's full. If that's full of bullies, every single reality show is full of them too. And so,
Some of them are bullies for sure.
but also one is never enjoying the bullying. I don't know if you know.
It's the dealing with.
It's the dealing with.
I
and
love it
it's-
when they get
yeah,
their comeuppance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Home and Away. Home and Away. I
Yeah,
think
that's quite a guilty pleasure, isn't it? Is Neighbours still a guilty pleasure?
it
Would
was
you be
for me as a
embarrassed if
student.
you watched Neighbours?
Yeah, we always used to go to the junior common room and we'd all flick Neighbours on. And,
Yeah, because one of our producers the other day, we were talking about shows that we like, shows we don't, and he whispered when he said he watched Neighbours. I said, why are you whispering?
God, do you remember Sons and Daughters? Was that another Australian?
Oh, I used to love that. I used
Did you?
to go off sick on purpose so I could watch it.
Yeah, Jenny Scam, you could say that about every single reality show, and I don't think in watching them you're then sanctioning bullying at all.
No.
Okay, talking about TV, do you remember back when Bonfire Night started with lighting the fire, then let off the fireworks until 8 when you rushed in to watch the Burns unit live? Jennifer. That, I tell you what, something we should do another time is public health warning films.
We did, you're right, we used to.
It's terrible.
You're right, 'cause
We
I
wanted to
always
see
say
people who were
that.
burnt by sparklers.
When we were kids, it was the fascination because, like, you couldn't just enjoy firework night because there was always this narrative running alongside of it that at any moment you could get horrendously burnt, and of course people were. I mean, we did see horrific things of kids, didn't we, around fire? We don't see it.
Oh, I know exactly what my guilty pleasure is that I would feel a bit embarrassed if people came in to watch it.
What?
I love the Antiques Roadshow.
Oh, I don't think that's embarrassing.
It is a bit, because whenever I put it on, you say, this is fucking boring.
No, but there's something quite soothing.
Reminds me of my
about it.
granddad.
No, I think that's I don't think that's an embarrassing show. Things that I would say are embarrassing shows that I watch are because people go, oh, do you watch that? And I love it because guess which loose woman I connect with on all of these shows?
Well, can I just say,
2
Zoe?
loose women. Who can guess?
Zoe says, Nads, do you watch Shahs of Sunset?
Are you insane?
Is
That's
the
half
Pope
my
a
family.
bear in the woods?
I love the Shahs of Sunset. Love it, love it. Mark's missed so many series.
Oh no,
of
but I'm
Shahs of
back in.
Sunset.
I'm back in. My problem
I
with
would, if I was you, I'd go back over them.
You keep saying this to me and Maddie about Be Up Below Deck. My problem is I want to be in the nowness of it. So this idea of going back I don't know. It doesn't feel right.
We just go back. I keep saying to you, go back to Series 5, which you will feel like the nowness because it was only earlier this year.
Yeah, but you kind of know they must resolve whatever you're about to say.
But they're a different crew.
No, yeah, in that. But in Shahs of Sunset, what's joyful about it is that if you go back, you know where they are now.
Yeah, but it's still worth it.
And they do good flashbacks. So who are the loose women that you connect on with this?
Go on then. They're having a guess. Let's see who's guessed it. You've got to get both of them right.
Denise and Stacey, says Sarah Shepherd. Judy and Stacey, says Wendy Stewart. Kay and Judy, says Martin Smith. Judy, do you remember Eurotrash, Yeah.
You've got to get the two.
Linda
Some of you have got
Denise,
the names right, but they've got to be two
Judy
names.
and Jane, Denise
the
and
first
Kay.
right answer I see, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are the right person, the first person, but the first right answer I see, I'm going to send you a card.
Ooh. Linda and Denise?
No.
Denise and Kay?
Nobody's got it.
Oh. Denise and Judy?
Faith Goodman's the
Hang
first
on.
one I see.
Whoa.
Denise and Jane. That's the first one I saw, so that's
Where
right.
are they? Faith Goodman. There you go. Send your address to Michelle, and we'll get a card.
And I'll
out
send
to
you a card to you because you are right. It's me and it's Denise, Jane Moore, and me, and we sit and we talk about all these shows. You wouldn't, Denise, you would expect it, but you wouldn't think Jane.
I like that.
Jane loves them all, and she watches a whole load of ones that I don't even watch. Like Denise and Jane really connected. Sometimes I feel a bit left out when they talk about 90 Days Fiance.
Yeah, but hang on a minute. I really got into Real Housewives of Auckland, and you just keep going. No.
Do you know why I don't really like that one? Because they're just too nasty. I don't like them when they're all nasty. You have to have like Housewives of Beverly Hills. Kyle anchors them because she's good and she's fair. But when everyone is totally violent and there's no real friendships, I find it a bit difficult.
Trina Cotton says, how do people have time to watch TV?
I make time.
Yeah.
So we don't go to the pub. We don't open a bottle of wine at night. We don't do any of that stuff that a lot of people do.
And we start watching at 11 p.m.
11 o'clock at night. We start.
Yeah. When we've worked ourselves into the floor and our stumpy legs are bleeding.
Oh, listen to that, Katie Wilson. Thanks so much for all the content. I put my back out yesterday. Poor you, so bloody painful. And was watching Vlogmas at 4 a.m. as too uncomfortable to sleep.
Oh,
Winning
did you
a
win
card on the live made my weekend that.
Wasn't Nanny Di funny on the members live? She was so funny.
That's, if you don't know, we've got a members area where we do sort of a kind of like mini quiz every week to win cards.
So what's your TV guilty pleasure that now, if I walked in, you go, apart from Pornhub?
Apart from Pornhub. Well, I suppose if I were to sit and watch, which I wouldn't do, something like West Side Story, because I love that musical, you'd go, oh.
I love West Side Story. What are you talking about? It's one of my favourite movie musicals.
Okay.
She doesn't know me.
Film me and Kiki watched yesterday, you'd go, oh God, it's rubbish. But we knew it was rubbish and we just wanted something good vegetable.
That's all right. I thought it was really nice. If I walked in...
Why are you getting offended? You've asked me a question. I've answered it. It wasn't going to offer the information. You go, what do you mean?
No, a series that you watch that's kind of like you'd be like, oh. A lot of people can't stand the fact that you watch the Kardashians. They judge you for that.
I know.
I don't understand the Kardashians. It's boring. I find it really boring.
I don't understand why people judge me for it, though. I think a lot of people have a lot of anger to the Kardashians because they think that they are responsible for a lot of the insecurities that people have with their bodies because they tune and they use a lot of surgery and all of that. But I suppose because they don't affect me like that, and because I do a lot of comment on the whole body confidence thing, for me, they're just a necessary part of the stuff that I watch, I suppose. I don't know.
I see, my problem with it is when I've watched it over your shoulder is they're not really going to reveal anything.
I never really watch it either. I have it on in the background.
Oh, right, okay.
Because it's a bit boring. But I love the beautiful homes. I love the beautiful children. I love the beautiful cars. I love the food. I love their larders. And I love that whatever happens, they all make up.
Yeah. Sam JP says botched. I like that.
Yeah.
Zoe says, I've been watching This Is Us. Now, we watched the first episode of that because I came out of the Emmy nominations kind of going, hey, hang on, we've got to watch This Is Us. We watched the first episode, we liked it, but we haven't gone back to it, have we?
Yeah, it's very good. Everyone says it's so heartbreaking, you're crying in
Yeah,
every episode.
but can I just say to everyone, the next big series, apart from 9 Perfect Strangers with Nicole Kidman, which is going to land on Sky very soon. Cannot wait. It's got one of my favourite actors in it, Michael Shannon. He's just so good. It's also got Melissa McCarthy in it. And I forget who the others are.
Dr. Pimple Popper.
Oh.
Linda McDermott. I judge people who watch Linda Popper. Oh, I don't judge them, but it's just like, how do you do it? They have these great big cysts.
Was it a show? I thought it was an app.
It's a massive show. They pop it and all the pus comes out.
Okay, stay calm. Schitt's Creek, tra-la-la. We did try the first. We need to go back because your friend Lee loves Schitt's Creek. Nads' Naked Attraction. She watches it all the time on the quiet.
I hate it.
I tell you what they need to do.
Cancel
Can
it.
I tell you what to do? I think they should combine Pimple Popper with Naked Attraction.
Do you know what somebody
Hot
messaged
pimples on
me the
people's
other day?
testicles.
I don't know who it was that messaged me, but thank you for it because he said, Nadia, I'm really sorry, but I disagree with you about Naked Attraction. I was like, oh, right, okay, why? And they said it's because you see really normal bodies on it and made her feel better about her own body. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
Because what I see is the person standing there and just judging a man because of the size of his penis. And I just think that must be awful. Or looking at a woman and choosing the woman that's got the perfectly pert boobs and not the slightly not pert boobs. So I see it from that perspective. But I'm open to the fact that maybe there is another standpoint.
Yeah, I do. I think my problem is that you make a judgment on whoever you're going with based on just a piece of anatomy. I find that the oddest part of it.
I've got a good fun fact for you.
What?
What is what part of our bodies is completely and only on a human being? No other living thing. Have a think. Can anyone guess what is the only part of the human body?
Inside or outside?
Outside.
Oh.
Who knows? Somebody else might have seen it in the paper today. I saw it in the paper today and I went, oh,
That's a
God.
good question.
No, not fingers, not belly button.
Yeah, I thought belly button.
Yeah, because I've never seen a belly button.
Sam JP, thank you for sending the Teletubbies were huge. That was a very surreal photo. Thank you. Can I just say what the other series?
Armpit,
Can I just
that's
say
a
what?
good one,
Can I
but
just
it's
say
not
what
an
the other
armpit.
series was before I forget? That you need to tune into when it lands on Monday. I think is The White Lotus.
God, I love these ideas. Voice box. No, because if you think about it, all animals make sound, don't they?
That's inside as well.
Yeah, outside. It's fascinating. Bumhole. No, everyone's got a bumhole. Everyone shits. Knees, no. Eyebrows, no. Not another living thing has this. It's fantastic.
Earlobe.
No. No, Kaz. Pubic hair. Do you want me to tell you?
Perineum.
No. 5 fingers? No.
Fingernails.
Because monkeys and apes have 5 fingers, don't
Nostril hair.
they? No.
Oh, it's Jenny Marshall. You said that. Little toe.
No.
Monkeys have
I'm going to
that.
have to tell you.
Go.
Chin.
What do you mean? The dogs have got a chin at the end of their jaw.
Oh, yeah.
What a load of nonsense! And so do monkeys.
But he said monkeys
Under
didn't.
their mouth. Pull up a photo of a chimp.
He said it in the back. Because it was saying not even chimps and monkeys. And when you think we've come from them, they don't have a
What
chin.
is that?
Oh my God, it's a massive chin.
What is... Hang on, I've got to get out of the way.
I
Phil.
don't think that's classed as a chin.
I'm going to show you... What do you mean?
Oh my God, I've got to find the paper now.
Got to show you this, guys. What is not chin-like about that?
It's the chin. I've got to find the paper
It's
now.
not a... It's a chin. Of course they do. What not...
I've got to find
That's
it now.
that chimp is pushing its chin out.
It's got a huge
It's
chin.
got the biggest chin I've ever seen on a chimp. It should be called a chimp.
Bloody hell.
That was a grumpy chimp. Look at it, it's kind of like that.
Is it April Fool's? I read it in the paper because I was going to do it in the Sunday show and I thought, no, I'll save
Oh
it.
my God, that's so funny. Guys, talk about anticlimax, says Palm 93.
Oh,
After
fucking
all
hell.
of that.
I'm going to have to find it and post it. Maybe it's not technically a chin. Maybe it doesn't have a bone in it.
Looking forward to it, Sophia.
No, hang on a minute. Where's your jaw and where's your chin?
Jaw.
This is your chin.
Chin and
This
jaw.
is your chin.
Look,
This is your chin.
Toffee, look at me.
No, look, but Toffee hasn't got that, has she?
Yes, just very long.
No, it's not. It's hard. She hasn't got a chin. That's a chin.
She has got
That's
chin.
a chin. That's
my
a
God.
jaw. That's
Hang on a
chin.
minute. A dolphin's got a chin.
Who said that?
Not me. I'm just thinking of things that have protuberant.
Put in the question.
What?
What is the? What is?
Oh, God.
What is the?
Oh, I don't know how to ask it now. Let's just.
What part of the anatomy?
No, we're going to
What
settle
part
it.
of the human anatomy is what?
I'm not putting it in. It can't even.
No,
answer the
come
question.
on, because otherwise I've got to go look.
Jenny
at the-
Scammer said maybe the dog's chin is just a ledge.
Yeah, it's not a chin.
But that chimp was sticking its chin out at
Oh
us.
God, I'm going to have to search for it now.
The chimp was chinning us. Like that.
What species have?
Even hang on, Palm 93. Even my hamster has a bloody chin.
People are getting their pets now. No other animals have chins. What? Look. Chimpanzees and apes' jaws slant inwards, for instance. Even our closest extinct relatives, such as Neanderthals, did not have
They're
chins.
they're playing fast and loose with the
In
definition
fact,
of a chin.
one of the ways that scientists differentiate between an anatomically modern human and a Neanderthal skull is by looking to see if it has a chin.
Mandy Dennis says fake news. They're being fast and loose with
Darling,
the
this
definition
is
of
the
a chin.
BBC.
It's shit.
Right,
It's
I'm
nonsense.
going to ask them what the definition of a chin is.
Is that Wikipedia, Sam JP says?
No, that's the BBC website.
Steph Schultz says, well done, Nadia.
Is the definition of a chin.
Ants have chins, says Jackie Bellino.
Right, chin.
They do in
Hang on.
A Bug's Life.
Hang on.
Chin.
But it says,
Oh, it's just telling us how to say it. Right.
in
Right.
case,
The protruding part of the face below the mouth, formed by the apex of the lower jaw. Hit or punch someone in the chin.
I'm telling you now,
Sweetheart, this is the BBC.
Chinless Wonders. A bunch of Chinless Wonders.
The chin definition is the lower portion of the face lying below the lip, including the prominence of the lower jaw.
Faith Goodman says, unless Sir David Attenborough tells me, I don't believe it.
I'm going to find him.
Call him. Text him.
I'm going to say, what does
What about
David
horses?
Attenborough
What about
say?
horses?
It's not a chin, darling.
Mark Oakerby, you've won me over. Alexia agreed with Nada. I think we might... Goats have chins.
Well, I think we're not understanding what a chin is.
It's a jawbone, says Tina Robina. Presumably, so what you're saying is that we... So what's the definition again? It's just, why isn't ours a jawbone? Maybe the difference here is we just developed a different word for the same thing we've got as animals. That'll be it. We're the only species that use the word chin to describe something that on other animals is a jaw. Does
Does
anyone,
your hamster do this?
does anyone agree?
Can your hamster do this? Can your ant do... This is my
But you can
chin.
do it with a horse.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can do it with that chimp.
It's taking a turn, this.
Boom, Mark Oakerby. Have I brought you back to the other side? See, listen to me. Listen, you need to listen, and you need to say.
This is the BBC.
Listen to me. I've worked for them and a bunch of Chinless Wonders. listen to me. Listen. No other animal. We're the definers of everything on the planet. We use language
I'm
to
staring
define
at your
things.
chin now, knowing I've never seen one on an animal.
We define animals. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is, we all as humans want to call this something because we have a name for everything on our face. But it's actually the same part of a jaw on an animal.
Do anything to try and win this argument.
Yes.
These are scientists. These are archaeologists telling us how they define us between Neanderthal man. And the way that they do that is the fact that we are the only ones with a fucking chin.
Sophie R says it's true. It was on a David Attenborough show last year. We're going to have to go, guys.
Can I have a round of applause,
yeah,
please?
all right. Lisa needs to do Lisa Loves. So quickly, we've got Janine Amory. Happy birthday.
Oh, we didn't get to do roast dinners and fry-ups. We'll do
Next
that
week.
tomorrow.
Happy birthday
Day
to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
dear Janine Amory.
Happy birthday to you.
Penny, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Penny. Happy birthday to you. Hit the thumbs up, guys. There's nearly 900 of you watching. You Chinless Wonders. Only 187 of you have hit the like button.
If you have a chin, hit the button with your chin. Carla Aegis, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Carla Aegis. Happy birthday to you.
Creator-holic.
No. You've asked her to record it and then you're doing that. Horrible. Because you've started too high again.
I know.
And you're
Why
not
do
going
I
to
start
because
so
you're showing
high?
off. Creatorholic, first of all, welcome to the family guest area.
Sorry, Creatorholic.
And don't talk in the middle of it. Creatorholic. Creatorholic. Welcome to the family guest area. Creator.
Holic. Guys, have a lovely day. We're going to go do Lisa Loves for the Sunday
Don't forget,
show.
the No Name Sunday show in the members area will be up a wee bit later because we had a bit of a disaster,
Yes.
which we'll tell you about.
Well, I think
the
we
No Name
mentioned it
Sunday
yesterday. Just quickly as we leave, Vicky X, pigs have chins, not by the hairs on my
Chinny chin chin, because they didn't have one. Because
Sorry.
they didn't have one.
Fake news from the BBC.